Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of September 3 through 16, 2024. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is a reading for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, or some other significant Capricorn placement. If you have that and you're a cross-watcher, this video can also be for you. If you want to know more about the work that I do, please check the description box below for my spiritual coaching, channeling, and the classes that I offer and so forth. I have my link to my website and also to my social media page. And if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. For those of you new, I do use a lot of cards here. I'm doing the full horoscope spread based on the 12 houses of astrology, plus an extra one in the middle. And I use the Way of Cartouche deck, which is the one on the bottom, and then I clarify with tarot. And this week I am using the Spirit Within tarot, and our clarifier at the end is going to be with the Norse runes. I prefer to do things this way because I feel like I can get more information for you in these readings and cover more than, say, just love or just career or things like that. So so let me just get started right off. Okay, so I mean, this is a great start. Capricorn, we have Horus with the Empress in the first house. So seems like you're very, very popular. You may even be very, very attractive to people with the Empress here. Horus is strong Leo energy. So when we see this in the first house, this is how you are presenting yourself to people. Somebody who's strong, somebody who's confident, who's charismatic, and somebody who is, again, somebody who people want to pay attention to, who they see you. And again, Empress is definitely a strong energy of strong Taurus energy, actually, but it's very this is somebody who exemplifies abundance, prosperity. Overall, I mean, to me, this is just the combination of these two is just somebody who's very, very attractive to other people. So if you're not feeling like you're particularly attractive right now, or people are particularly interested in you or what you're doing, this is suggesting otherwise. We do have in the second house here, we have water with the Queen of Cups. So water sometimes shows up when we have money this is the house of Taurus. So when money comes in and out very quickly, this water can show up when when we're acquiring money and then having to spend it just as quickly. Queen of Cups suggests something a little more, something a little bit more emotional or a little more receptive here. Sometimes this could be an actual person. Queen of Cups has strong mother vibes. Again, we've got, really, Empress has also got strong mother vibes. So I don't know. I don't know if if your mother or a very strong female in your life is having some kind of impact on what's going on with you right now, or if you're actually receiving money from, some people might be, their mom or some other significant close female. This feels like a family member type female who might be helping you out financially, potentially, if money has not been very steady. Queen of Cups can also be telling you that you need to, there seems to be something very emotional around it. Some of you could be doing emotional kinds of spending, retail therapy, things like that. So whatever the situation is with your money, it does seem like this is something that's in flux and that's changing. And Queen of Cups would, of course, tell you that right now you feel like this is a case of letting your intuition be your guide on certain matters. Okay, so let me just, rather than just go strictly in order here, I kind of want to look around and see what is really going on. Interestingly, okay, I am just going to go to the third house. There does seem to be some kind of a new beginning here. And we have an emperor. Like, we've got an empress in the first house, and now we have an emperor. And this has to do with somebody that you are communicating with, okay? There seems like there's been some kind of a change recently in communications. New beginnings, perhaps. Some of you, this could actually be a new business. With the emperor, there's this idea of leadership and taking charge of something. So I feel that for some of you, this is this may represent that either you are starting a new business, or maybe you are getting a new start in terms of that, in terms of doing something for yourself. Maybe you had a false start before, and now things are starting to take off after things have been a little rocky here. But this can also just mean communication with somebody who is a strong Aries energy. It could just be somebody with a very powerful vibe, strong sense of leadership. And I don't know, I can't help but thinking that for some of you, if you're somebody looking for love, I feel like you're the Empress talking to your Emperor. And honestly, as far as genders go, it can go either way. I mean, this is Empress is strong Earth energy. This is strong fire energy. It doesn't have to be, so if you're a man watching this reading, the fact that this is the Empress and this is the Emperor, they could be flipped in terms of gender. It's not necessarily suggesting that it has to be that this necessarily has to be a man and that has to be a woman. But still, there definitely seems like some kind of a strong new beginning is coming in. And whether this has to, I keep feeling like for some of you, this may have to do with love, but for other people, this might just be, this may just have to do with business, or it's just some kind of a new start that's coming in. And there seems to be talks or negotiations potentially with this person. I do feel like this is an external person. It could be you, but the Emperor suggests to me just somebody who is a leader, somebody who has some kind of clout or some kind of who is some kind of recognition. And with you being a person of recognition over here, I feel like there's this getting together. We got 3 energy and 4 energy here, which is interesting because Horus is card number 3, Empress is card number 3, Emperor is card number 4, and this is 22, and 2 plus 2 adds up to 4. So very interesting here. Somebody here has an important dynamic with somebody, whether this has to do with business or with love. Now, this is interesting. You've got in the 4th house of Cancer energy, which is has to do with family and home, and particularly the mother. I think I had mentioned mother energy over here. We do have mother energy again in the house of the mother. Isis is something that needs to be nurtured, something for which you need to be patient. We have it with the Fool, so again, more Aries energy here. I don't know. The Fool has to do, again, with new beginnings. I don't know if somebody's moving in with you, or if there's some kind of a shift to your, maybe to your living arrangements, or maybe this has to do with somebody in your family specifically. But the Fool, we've got 2 things right in a row here representing new starts. We've got an Emperor and we've got a Fool. We've got double Aries energy here. So Aries is definitely important here for somebody, whether this is a specific person that we're talking about. And this could be actually a new beginning. For some of you, the Fool could be saying, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to move, I'm going to do something. Some of you maybe even decide you're going to move back in with mom and maybe save money. I mean, that could be a thing over here for some of you. Don't know, but there's definitely this idea that there's been a lot in recent readings about people having endings. And so now it just seems like you are stepping into this new beginning here, Capricorn. Now, if you are looking for love, it does seem like there's somebody here who's a bit tied up in knots. You've got the 4 of Pentacles. This is somebody who is kind of hanging on to what they've got. We do see this idea of social and socializing with Bastet. This is a very strongly social card, and it's showing up in the house of Leo. And so this can be, again, you may be looking for recognition for somebody. Okay, and this may be saying over here that you've got it. Okay, that there is somebody, that this Emperor over here is somebody who, if they haven't really, it seems like the fact that I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles here. Okay, sorry, I hope I'm not too. I feel like I'm trying to put thoughts together as I go here. This is somebody who's kind of been staying in the same space. And I don't know, now Bast here in the 5th house, is this somebody involved with music? I mean, that could be for some of you, or, dance. There's something very strongly creative about this card too. And maybe this person is very tied up in a creative project or something right now, and they're not, so therefore things are not changing right now. Okay, I feel like there's this sense that things are kind of staying the same. There may be some, like I said, there may be some communications here. Maybe there's going to even be a change to a situation that you've had recently. And actually it does, this is definitely a strong and successful partnership here, whether this be a romantic partnership or a business arrangement. But I can't help but feeling like these are the same person. But right now, though, we still have this 8 of Swords energy. There's a lot of overthinking something. There's a lot of, kind of getting tied up in knots and stuck. And especially with this 4 of Pentacles energy, I feel like there's a relationship situation that there may be a lot of communication that's going on here. But, this definitely is poised to be a very happy and successful relationship. I think if you feel like you're not being paid attention to by somebody, that they are actually looking at you, but just for whatever reason right now, there's a feeling that you can't move forward. for some reason. But with the winged disc, again, this would be a successful partner. This could just be somebody who has a lot of success, worldly success of some kind, or a successful business partner. And maybe this is, I feel like, okay, what I'm hearing in my head is like, this is somebody who actually wants a partnership, but right now they just feel, they're thinking, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay. So very interesting here. Now, for those of you not looking for love, then this could potentially have to do with either a business partnership or maybe even your own partner. There may be something, if you're married, it could be your own partner here, where there is, there's something here where there is a way through a particular situation, but there's too much over-analysis going on. And yeah, if this could also have to do potentially with creative projects where maybe you feel like you're not moving ahead with something. I don't know. This is interesting. I'm just trying to feel out this dynamic. I feel like you're taking risks, doing some different things, and I do feel like you're really seen here, and that some kind of rapport with somebody is being established, romantic or otherwise. But there's still certain energies here where people feel blocked, like they feel like, oh, I can't move forward with this. I have to stay where I am with something. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting. So if you are, like I said, if you are looking to be involved with somebody, I do feel like this is an energy that says that, that right now it just feels like things are stuck. It'll be interesting to see what our next reading looks like in light of this and what this means. Okay, 6th house. This is Virgo energy, and we have air with the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this can have to do with your health. It can have to do with the job situation. 9 of Wands comes up when we are tired, all right? There's definitely a sense here. Air is this little sense of lighten up, detach from a situation, try not to take certain things maybe too seriously. This can also have to do with a job. Those of you who are not, say, in your own business and are employed by somebody, 9 of Wands here could just indicate a situation that keeps coming around and you're just tired of it, or maybe there's a vigilance here. Maybe you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for something to happen here. But I feel like there's definitely the sense of coming to the end of a cycle, whether this has to do with a job or just some kind of situation that's been causing you a lot of anxiety. And again, we have air, so there's this strong sense of communication. I'm looking something changing over here to get this situation that feels like it's been playing over and over again, finally getting it to move and change. There's a lot of movement and change here with your money. There's movement and change over here with, potentially your health. And I'm thinking this is a good change, not a negative change. There could be movement. There's new starts, new communication. We've got the Fool. It's just in this relationship area right now that I'm seeing that, there's the great potential for success here, but that's the only place where I'm seeing this stuck energy, is in terms of that. Now let's move up to your 8th house, which is Scorpio energy. We have Ta, which is your own energy, Capricorn energy, with the 2 of Wands. So yeah, you've been working hard at something, Capricorn. There's a sense here that with regard to recent changes, you need to be persistent. You're building something. You're building a structure and a foundation. And with the 2 of Wands here, that actually supports that as well, because this is you like making your preparations. You're making decisions and kind of standing on this hilltop here with the, it looks like he's holding like a soccer ball, but he's actually holding a globe under his arm. And there's this sense that you are looking out onto new horizons. You are making decisions about where you're going. And being it's a 2 of Wands, this is definitely about laying foundations. A whole lot here, Capricorn, around you being in a new place and starting something new. Now, we've got the 9 of Cups here actually in the 9th house. So for some of you, this is Sagittarius energy. I don't know if you're actually planning a long trip somewhere. I mean, with Osiris is usually about being rooted and maybe not going somewhere. And this is actually Sagittarius energy in this house. Very similar to the Emperor in terms of the type of card that this is. So this could be somebody who's far away. This could be referring to somebody who's far away, or somebody maybe connected with education or a higher education institution, or maybe even spirituality or a spiritual path, because all of those things are associated with the 9th house. And the 9 of Cups shows wishes granted, okay? This is definitely shows emotional satisfaction and stability. So, it feel like, I don't know if this is suggesting that you're going to be having success with something, or you're going to actually solidify something by taking a long trip, or again, whether this has to do with schooling. I feel like it's saying, though, your wish is going to be connected. It's either going to be connected to education, higher education, or maybe with something that's going on that's far away. And I can't help but feeling like this relates to this situation with this person here. Whether this person is actually just a significant business partner or whether they're a romantic one. But there's definitely the sense of this is where you need to look for your wishes to be granted. So I don't know. I don't know if some of you are, what I'm hearing in my head too is some of you may be involved with education. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're a teacher. I mean, you could be a student too. But there's some kind of wish that's being granted around this. I don't know. Education does feel like it plays a strong role here. So take that as it resonates for you. But there does seem like that is the direction. In order to fulfill your wishes, that's the direction you need to be looking in. Now, as far as your career goes, this is the 10th house. This is career legacy. I sometimes read it in connection with the 6th house and the 3rd house, actually, depending on whether you're in your own business or whether you work for someone. Now we have crook and flail, this idea of recognition, but we also have the devil here. So I think this is really trying to point out to you, Capricorn, that you are somebody who's very respected. Like for some of you, this could actually be a promotion in a job. That is a possible reading of the crook and flail in the 10th house. But whatever it is you're doing, you're very, very visible. But and this is your own energy again. Capricorn energy is the devil in this house. So I mean that tends to be fairly auspicious. But the devil can also mean that we need to kind of reach a higher level of something. Okay, we need to move up. We need to move ahead. We need to move forward with confidence in our career. We don't want to stay in the same place, because the devil card usually comes up when we feel like we again, it's really funny. We've got all this 8 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles. This is another thing where we feel like, no, I have to stay in the same place. And really, I could look at the 9 of Wands this way too, because this is kind of like, okay, I'm vigilantly and anxiously watching for the same thing to happen in a particular situation. So this is telling me that, everything here tells me you have what it takes to move ahead. You have the connections. You do have somebody who you think, maybe something's not going anywhere. I mean, maybe it's not going anywhere at the moment. But there's a lot of energy here of just letting go of the old way of doing things. You've got this opposite, the Fool, and the Fool is this energy of, just taking a risk. It's almost, in some ways, it's almost the opposite of the devil. I mean, the devil can have to do with our attachment to material things, or our attachment to more sensual pleasures, which is probably the more positive aspect of this card. Some people have, addictions and things like that, which is not positive. But the devil can also indicate addressing something with a sense of humor and just allowing yourself to enjoy life, which actually might also fit in here. Air has to do with detaching from a situation that you may be taking too seriously. So this is also possible that you may be saying, hey, you're moving up, you're moving ahead. Relax and don't take things so seriously. Don't look at yourself as being trapped in a particular situation here. This is definitely encouraging you to make new starts and to take risks here. So 11th house. This is Aquarian energy. This is friendships and so forth. And you've got the Aquarius card in the Aquarian house. Sirius definitely has to do with work that needs to be done, and you have it with the Chariot. So again, Chariot has a sense of long distance travel. So it could be that wishes are granted in connection with a trip or a long journey for some of you. And Sirius just kind of indicates not only putting the legwork in, but this is definitely an idea. This definitely conveys the idea that you need to think outside the box. Okay, Sirius energy is not about staying in the same place and doing the same thing. Yeah, I mean, we've got this devil, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. It's like, no, we need to, don't leave yesterday and yesterday's news behind. This is time to think differently. And again, to take charge. The Chariot is completely, has some energies of the crook and flail. It's like, I am, taking, driving my own chariot, so to speak. I'm choosing the direction that I am going in. And you're very, very strongly empowered here, Capricorn. You've got everything that it takes. although you may be worried about your ability to manifest. In the 12th house here, yeah, we've got Lotus. So you seems like you've got some anxiety, whether it's something that you are conscious of or not. Lotus often comes up when we need to calm the mind about something. And actually what I'm kind of hearing in my head is that this may be a situation where you need to not look at something so life and death and so seriously. You kind of need to, you need to not, be gripping onto things white knuckled, so to speak. Like there's a sense here that you need to kind of relax, let go, allow yourself to take some risks, allow yourself to play. Again, it does seem like there's some new communications. It does seem like there's a lot of visibility. You are building something new. You've got great potentials for building your horizons and getting your wishes, and also for manifesting what you want. But I think unconsciously you may be worried, like, oh, this is another card of beginnings. The Magician is usually card number 1, and it comes after the Fool. And there's this idea of, okay, I'm manifesting something. Can I do it? And the fact that it's in the house of Pisces, I should point out that on the 17th of September, there is going to be a lunar eclipse in Pisces. And the Piscean energy has to do with letting go of the way that we do things, the rigid routines that we have. And which, again, you are Capricorn, and that is kind of part of your nature. You have that Saturnian nature that makes you very practical and persistent and hardworking. But there may be a need to let go of things to allow the new stuff to come in. Right now, I feel like, yeah, there's just some areas, certainly relationships, and potentially even with your career and job, like there's something going on here where the old might be getting in the way, and you need to let go of this. Now, overall, yeah, we do have Sept. So this has been a time of delays. Okay, this has been a time when you just feel like, you're trying to move ahead and you just feel like you're maybe kind of stuck. But Sphinx, it's with Sphinx. So Sphinx indicates you just need to be patient right now, because whatever these barriers are that you're dealing with right now, Capricorn, they're there for a reason. For whatever reason, you're being prepared for something new. And again, back to what I said about these eclipses, there's going to be another eclipse on October 2nd in Libra. And these eclipses when eclipse season comes in, this brings, huge change, huge transformation. So right now you are just getting ready. You're getting prepared. You're at the beginning. You're not at the end of the process. You're at the beginning. So just have to remember that. Yeah. So we've got the King of Swords here. This is definitely a card of making decisions. Again, there's something strongly educational about it. King of Swords, I often think of, I sometimes call it the professor card, So I don't know. There's something you're either going to be learning or teaching. But King of Swords also is about decision making. You're going to be making, and yeah, this Two of Wands energy. You've got two things you're kind of deciding between. So right now I feel like you're at a crossroads. You're anxious to make a decision, but we've also got the Seven of Pentacles here, which again conveys the same thing as the Sphinx. It's about waiting and seeing. You're waiting for the harvest. Yeah, you're looking at, is it futile to go ahead with something, or should I stay the course and wait? And this is really telling you to stay the course and wait, because whatever's going on here, you're still very much at the beginning, and you are visible, you are being recognized. Whatever efforts you're making, they're getting ready to take off, but you need to wait for this to come into fruition. And for whatever reason, right now, there's some delays. But it's saying just wait and see. When Sphinx comes up, I really feel that there's more going on than meets the eye. Okay, it's one of the secrecy cards. So I feel like that there may be more happening. As I read in the Moonology deck this morning, it was just because you can't see your dreams manifesting in front of you right now doesn't mean that they're not. So let's see what the runes have to say for Capricorn. Yeah, interesting. We have Ingus, and Ingus is a rune that says complete beginnings, okay? So right now you are at a time of finishing old business. So that's what you want to focus on right now. Clean up loose ends. Again, this is very strong moon energy. So I do feel like, yeah, you're waiting for something, I think, in connection with this eclipse. I think these eclipses that are coming up through September and early October are going to... things are going to shift into gear and start to move forward. But for right now, for the first half of September, I feel like it's okay to take a breath, take a break. And it is promising that you are visible, that people are looking you, people are interested in the work that you're doing. And it is definitely encouraging you not to do the old and to move into a new direction. I hope this reading was helpful to you, Capricorn. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.